Yes, welcome. It appears you have chosen violence. I thought you might. Well, my intention is to assist you in your gruesome destruction of your enemy by helping you to look good whilst you do it. I'm eager to see if we can create a dark and intimidating looking Khorne Berzerker, but still have it stand out on the tabletop with some vibrant colours. So let's see if we can achieve that with the new Fanatic Paints from the Army Painter. I'm beginning with a black prime from a rattle can and then starting on the armour of this Marine. Patchy brown beneath the red armour should help to sell the image that the armour is battle-worn. Using a brush in a downward stippling motion would work fine, but I really enjoy dabbing away with a small piece of packing foam or sponge. I'm covering most of the armour panels, but I do leave some areas of the black behind. I tend to build most of my models in entirety. However, if they have something like a backpack, then I might choose to have this separate for now, just to make it easier to reach into some of the tricky areas. Even when I use a sponge, you'll see me swap across to a brush to ensure that I've covered the areas that I want to with increased accuracy. Here's an idea of the paints that I'll transition between now for the armour. It should be said, I'm no pro painter, I'm just a standard painter. I can't work magic with an average product, so if you see me achieve something with these paints during these videos, be confident that they will behave the same for you. I inspect a couple of colours on my wet palette and then proceed with a mix of Wyvern Fury and matte black to create this dark crimson red. The World Eaters are a traitor legion that inhabit the warp rift known as the Eye of Terror. They were once the 12th Legion and were one of the first to betray the Emperor. Same technique again as I utilise my sponge and brush to stipple this colour onto the armour panels. There's slightly less coverage again, so that means there will now be small areas of both the black and then the brown still visible, with this red being busiest towards the centre of the armour panels. These Space Marines worship the blood god known as Khorne, who is the chaos god of war and murder. If you were wondering when exactly this Marine was going to start bearing the iconic reds, well, I thank you for your patience. Wyvern Fury mixed with pure red and then follow the same process. To increase your productivity and paint your whole squad quickly, I recommend batch painting them, where you pick up one Marine, paint one colour of the armour panels across the whole model, put it down, pick up the second model and continue with that same colour, and so on like an assembly line. Pure red and lava orange are vibrant colours, and yes, it looks over the top on the palette, but use them sparingly, and I think that it's steps like these that will make your models eye-catching on the tabletop. I'm happy with how the armour is looking, so I tidy up the limb joint areas with the black again before making my way into the metallics from the paint range. Plate mail armour is their silver gunmetal equivalent, and this is going on smooth. Chaos Space Marines, like these Khorne Berzerkers, are known for having plenty of shiny trim all over their armour. So don't be in a rush and just slowly work your way through it. If I'm feeling tired, this is a step that I leave until the next day. The Berzerkers' sole purpose in life is to destroy their enemies and take life in the most brutal and barbaric fashion imaginable. Berzerkers refuse to use most forms of ranged weaponry and instead make exclusive use of close combat weapons like this chain axe. Tones are washes, and you have 4 different options in this particular set. I'm going to run with the soft tone because this is a warm red and brown style wash that will give a gentle dirty finish to the silver so that it matches the grime and damage of the red armour. You can edge highlight with the silver again, however I'm using the grey and white for my highlights and I'm happy with how the model is looking. I have a handful of browns and skin tones to select from, as now I work my way around and pick out and base coat fabrics such as his gauntlets, belt, cloth, axe handle and his skin. Angron is the Primarch of the World Eaters, and he instructed his Apothecarion to insert the same cortical implants into these Space Marines to increase their pain tolerance and their aggression levels. Here's how my palette is looking as I layer these same areas with a variety of paints. Your World Eaters should be collecting copious amounts of skulls on their journeys, so ensure you work your way around and paint each of these as well in, well, obviously bone colours, hence the name. You can sense that the model is almost finished and soon it will be time to select your next path. Before we get to that though, a reminder that if you have enjoyed these videos, let others discover them by clicking the like button below, as this tells YouTube to drag my video from the eye of terror and into the arms of others. It's always right when I'm painting the eyes that I forget how to breathe. Just breathe, Mike. Don't make it weird. No, I'm passing out. Let's have a look at how our model turned out. But now the time has come and you find yourself at a fork in the road and you must choose. Behind the green door, you'll embark on a stubborn and relentless pursuit of your duty to the Emperor. Or behind the blue door is treachery beyond measure through deceit and psychic mutations. Choose now, but choose wisely.